Hello everybody, and I guess you all know who I am, and here is the actual tutorial that I promised for the new magical tool in Lightwave 2018, the parametric object, and where we can actually push it. Alright, let's try to make that city block. Obviously, before we go any further, let's have a look at our scene and what we got here, which is the one that I actually posted. I believe that the screen capture software might be slowing down my machine a bit, but hey, whatever. Okay, here's our city. Okay, and we will talk about how to construct this. Okay, now let's go to Photoshop. I got some images here. These are my height maps. For those who don't know, height maps are grayscale images that actually define how high any object should be. Okay, from black to white, and black being 0, white being 1, and all the other grayscale whatever images that you put in there. Okay, define the heights of individual buildings. The white ones are the highest. Okay, the grays are lower, and dark grays are even lower, and so on and so forth. I have created, this is block 2, I got the block 3, I got block 4, I got, oops, sorry, okay, and the block 1 for my roads and stuff like that, and then another building, and where's the color? Here it is. Oh, not that one, wrong one. Okay, I will figure it out. Okay, and these are my trees, and etc. Where's my color map? Yeah, you didn't open that up. Okay, here we are. Color. Okay, there you go. I'm a bit messy, and because I was just sort of like inventing these way as I was going, the things got a little messier. But bear with me, okay? I'll try to make it as painless as possible. And I'm a very bad tutor, by the way. All right. We go back to Lightwave. Actually, let's open up another Lightwave, okay, for those who just came in, and let's show them the parametric objects and what they are. Okay, just new settings, whatever. Okay, when we look at the scene, we obviously have nothing. What we do is to create a parametric object, we create a null first, okay? Let's call it 1, whatever. And obviously we still see nothing. We go to properties panel, and instead of mesh here, primitive type, okay, we will select a shape. And as you can see now, we have this sphere, which if I go back to OpenGL, this is what it looks like. Okay, there's no actual object, there's no actual polygon. Okay, so what I do is I would select a plane, okay, and here's my plane. Now if I go, okay, change my radius, okay, the scale of the plane will change. So it becomes bigger, smaller, whatever you want, okay? So you can play with that. And then we have another control which is about displacement height. And I'll get to that in a minute. Let's get to it anyway. And this is how it goes. We go to node graph from the surface editor. So when you create this object, when you make it parametric, automatically a surface is assigned to it that you can play with. Alright, and this is the node editor. I hate it. I hate node editors. I hate nodes. I feel like a goddamn plumber. Did I mention I hate nodes? Okay. Let's go to image editor. Sorry. I hate. Okay. Oops. Yeah, easier. Okay, here we go. We get our images. Okay, and now load the image that I want, which is any one of them will do for right now. Okay, and now I will select, instead of planar, I will select object UV. These objects come with their own UVs, yes. You can't see it anywhere else, but they do come with it. I will take the Luma, okay, output of it, and just place it into my displacement on the surface now. Now obviously we have displacements happening. Now here are the buildings. Now talking about displacements, I'd like to mention one thing that I came across, and I also see it on the internet that people having this problem, which is a problem. If I change my displacement height, okay, say 1 instead of 0.05, as you can see, okay, and my objects start getting funny. You know, they look like they got clip maps or something happening to them. Yeah, there is a way to fix that. How to fix it? It took me a while to figure it out, because obviously the accuracy, you know, logically speaking, that as it goes higher, it should get better, right? Nah, it works the other way around. Hit 0, it will come up with 0.01, okay, which is the lowest possible accuracy level, but the buildings will actually get more accurate, right? And that will fix your problems. There you go. You got all the Twin Towers, and, you know, Empire State Building, whatever you want. Light up a cigarette. Okay. Now, having said that, let's go to 0.05 again, which is pretty much the thing. Okay. This is how you actually create your parametric objects. Now let's copy this and then paste it again, because I'm so lazy. You know, Bill Gates once said that if I have a hard task to do, I give it to the laziest person. He'll find the easiest way of doing it. That lazy person is me, I guess. Let's load an image. Okay, and let's bring our color map. Okay, and let's just connect that to color. Okay. Now we actually have the color map happening, but this color map, okay, will also stretch the buildings. I think the screen capture software is, did I mention that? Slowing my system down, but hey. Okay, so when we actually get close to it, we will see that is the GI. Okay, and never mind. Okay, as you can see here, the object is, the texture is actually stretching, all right, which is expected. Let's get rid of this specularity so it looks, there you go. Specularity means reflection, by the way, in the new version. Whatever. Okay, so we're gonna have to fix this. Okay, this is one of the main problems that we have. Okay, to do that, let's go back to the original Lightwave file, okay, and see what we did there to save time, or your time and my time and everybody else's time, how it's gone. Okay, let's go to the first block, let's edit the node graph, and let's have a look at it. Okay, what we have here, okay, is, as opposed to the other side, okay, we have a gradient tool, okay, and then we have a mixer. So on the background color of the mixer, we have the actual what goes on onto the floor, which is the road map. Okay, the color map of the road. And then on the gradient, okay, we have connected, okay, an image map of the building that we need. Okay. Now, as opposed to this one, okay, which is the object UV, the buildings are mapped as cubic. Okay, and if you have this like a round building, then you just go to cylindrical. Okay, so we have a cubic map here. All right, let's so we're not slowing down. So what do we have with the gradient? Okay, the gradient is basically the color really doesn't matter to a point, which I will talk about that later. But around about the middle part, we have another key. Okay, which has no significance in the sense, and I have the smoothing of the step on both of them. Okay, step, so they're not going gradually, but they're going like a line. So if I change this color, you'll see just a black and white, you know, going straight. What I did in here though, okay, normally that you wouldn't have this key to color. Okay, when you click the show output, you will get this, okay, key to color. Okay, it gives you another key to map this on. So we go from color into the key to color, which then goes to foreground color of the mixer. Mixer is just pretty much, as you can see, right? There's no change made to mixer. Okay. However, what I did is I have my roadmap here, the displacement of the roadmap. Okay, just the road itself. Okay, that has the same gradient. Okay, there you go. It's black and white here. Okay, and it's also the other one is same. I forgot to mention, it's on slope. You must have it on slope. So it actually detects the height of the building. Okay, on the slope. It's exactly the same one, really. These color changes are not really relevant too much because I was playing with them and then I left them as they worked. Okay, and goes to key 2 position. Okay, the luma of this color map, displacement map, goes into key 2 position, which goes from color into the opacity of the mixer, which will give us basically separate the ground and the rooftops. Okay, so when we look at it here like that, it may look complicated, but it is not. So remember this group, okay, this first group, that basically the rest of everything else is copied. Okay, this is irrelevant. It's copied and used exactly the same way with different maps. This is like my reflection maps for the windows, okay, which goes into the specular. All right, it has the gradient, it has the mixer, and here I have basically a the road reflection, okay, for the roads and the the footpaths and stuff like that. And then this is my normal map for the roads. Yeah, you're free to do it. You don't like it, whatever. Yeah, it's all up to you. You can go to your heart's content on this one. Okay, but this is the system that actually separates the ground, rooftops, and the buildings from each other. Now, well, how does the other buildings come? Very easily. Okay, what we do is we create. Okay, let's go back to here again. Okay, just to show fast. Okay, there we go. We create another node. Let's call that block 2. Okay, and then I will move that. Okay, on the y-axis, say about let's put -1 mil. Okay, a bit down that I can't see it. Okay, and let's go like that. Okay, so we can't see it, but it's there, right? And make it a parametric, obviously. That's why. Right? I told you that I'm a bad teacher, bad tutor, or whatever. Okay, so now we obviously have a second surface name because we have a second null in there. All right. So from here, what you're going to do is the first map that you created. Okay. You will copy these, paste it onto the second one, okay, and then go to node graph and just change the images of the building, just the building, because roads and everything else stay the same. I told you I was lazy, okay, and just change displacement map, obviously, right, to the second block, and all these ones change from first one to second one, and this building changes again. And there you go, reflection map, all that kind of thing, exactly the same thing, and you keep repeating these, okay, for as many blocks and different types of buildings that you want. And in the end, the trees are pretty much exactly the same thing happening, okay, another null, created, turned into parametric object, move down a little bit, and then you go to the map of the trees. Actually, showing that in Photoshop will be better, I think. Alright, and oh, sorry. Okay, we have there you go. That's my tree displacements. Okay, the shapes and the sizes and the heights and where they're going to go is pretty much defined by these maps. Okay, find a brush that looks like tree and start painting them around. That depends on how you want. There you go. And just bring him in, okay, into your Lightwave. Okay, oops, come back here. Damn it. Alright. And, I was there. Okay. And basically, the difference that I did here is, okay, instead of having these backgrounds, I copy paste again, but later on I changed my mind, which didn't work. So these are all irrelevant, okay. And then what I did was I put a gradient, okay, and there you go, you got a turbulence map, okay, there you go, which actually has three colors, whatever you want, and then I put the gradient, okay, which is exactly the same as the other one, and I put these colors. Yeah, these colors, why they're going to matter to you, okay? Why I have them is I will show you why also. And that goes to color, and then displacement goes to displacement map. It's pretty much the same. Okay. Why I did that, I will show you. Let's get closer to these buildings. When you actually create a building, okay, that has different thicknesses from bottom to top, some of those buildings, like I think it's Chrysler building or something. See, there you go. Okay, say something like these. Okay, these two. Now these top parts, okay, will come out white, pretty much, or whatever the gradient color that you have there. So changing that color, okay, will actually change the way this place looks. So if it's a gray building, then you can make a gray one. You can put a I don't know, procedural if you want to, whatever, but it can help you separate them. And that's pretty much. Let's get closer and see if I can get that part so you can see. Now, keep in mind, the way I worked on these are not actually to be rendered like too close. These are for those generic city backgrounds that you want to create around your hero building. Where the client wants his building to be shown, but you want to put some city around it. So if you want to go a bit aerial, you want to take far shots of the building, so the background is not empty, or you're stuck with the images. And obviously these, okay, these buildings, okay, can change sizes, okay. So if I go to, say, select my city block 2 and go to properties, so your client wants it to be higher on the back or whatever, and let's go, say, at 9, and then these will, the block 2 buildings will become higher. And it's all up to you how you want to organize these and how you want to see it with the camera and stuff like that. Okay, that's how it is. So I hope this helps, and I hope I covered everything. But if there are any questions, I'll answer them in the Facebook. And yeah, as I said, I'm not much of a tutorial maker, so have fun with it and show me what you can actually do and make it look even better, and think outside the box and see if you can find a better use for this new great magical tool that Lightwave developers came up with. Have fun, guys.